Good morning, VC. It's Glen Kellaway from the basement. It's Monday morning, which means it's weekly wrap up time. This is episode number 7. I've been doing this for 7 weeks. I can't believe it. You know, some weeks I get uh, over 100 views, and last week I got like 60. I don't know what it is. Maybe people, I don't know. Tell me. Tell me. I want this to be good. I want people to watch. It's the 1st of March. We're finished winter as far as I'm concerned. When I see March coming, it's time to put on a pair of shorts. So it's great. Big news last night. I found out. Last night was Edward at Prague Hat had a contest, and he had a vinyl contest and a CD contest. I entered the vinyl contest and I won. I won the Beatles #1 album on vinyl. I've been actually wanting that, and I can't believe I won it. I was like freaking out. At least my friend Lisa Tedesco sent me an email saying you might want to check out Edward's channel there, you lucky bastard. And I did, and I won. So that's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people don't enter contests. I like entering them not only because you can win something, but just to support people's channels. I think it's a real nice thing to do. So that's why I actually like mentioning who's got contests running. Like my friend Aaron Mutha Alamar has a contest going on. Show your VCLT, which is great because I've been the recipient of some wonderful gifts from people, generous people in the VC, and so have many others. So it's nice to see that. I like it. George Allen, great guy. He's got a contest. George Allen's LPs and CDs is the name of his channel. He's doing a contest where you pick a band from the 60s, 70s, or 80s, or an album from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and talk about it. It's great. I want to give a shout out to a channel, speaking of contests, because I forgot to enter this guy's contest and it ended last night and I feel freaking horrible about it. Carlos, as the table turns, Carlos had a 100 subs contest when he reached 100. He's now up to like 180 or something. He's a really good guy, very eclectic taste in music. He shows jazz, he shows classic rock and Americana and all kinds of stuff. He's a really good guy. Support his channel, please. As the table turns, Carlos. He's great. Okay, I think that's contests out of the way. Um, my nephew Jack has a had a channel called JT Media. He's now Jack's Stereo Experience. I kind of like that. It's kind of almost like the Jimi Hendrix Experience or something. And he kind of simply looks at life uh, in stereo, so that's good. Then I started to think, no, I think we look at life in 5.1. Some people look at life in mono. I'm sure. I know for sure. But I think we look at life in 5.1. Hmm. Interesting. Another thing, base to base, my channel with my great partner Lisa Tedesco, base to base with Lisa and Glenn. We have kind of finally, after a few weeks of fumbling around and not being focused enough. I'll say that. We've done some, I think, some good stuff so far. We did a really good video that I'm proud of on John Entwistle, which was cool. And other than that, it's just been kind of, trying to get focused and figure out what to do. So we're going to be doing videos on Thursdays and Mondays is when they're going to be uploaded. Thursdays are going to be like, we're going to spotlight bass players this week, Jack Bruce. So if you're a Jack Bruce fan or you're interested in hearing about Jack and seeing what our favorite Jack Bruce bass riffs are and songs that he wrote. Jack was a pretty prolific guy. So I'm looking forward to that. We're filming it on Wednesday, and then Mondays, gonna upload stuff, and it's just gonna be like any news we can come up with on record releases and birthdays and deaths and whatever we want to discuss in the bass world, and also we were gonna start doing interviews. That's our big plan going forward, is to start interviewing some bass players and hopefully some prominent ones will once we get things growing. That's the plan and the goal, so that's good. I promised Brian at Brain Twang that I would do something for him, and I keep forgetting. In a previous video, I showed a box set that I got that's from the Owsley Foundation, Owsley Stanley Foundation. If you don't know who Owsley Stanley is, he's quite the character. His nickname is Bear. Owsley was famous for two things. He's kind of like the father of sound systems for arena rock, and he was also made the best LSD on the planet, which you think he's more famous for. Um, his nickname is Bear. So if you ever see the Grateful Dead and they have the little bears, there's one right there in the corner of this poster behind me. See in the bottom in red there? The Grateful Dead uses bears, dancing bears. That's in tribute to Owsley. Um, he used to do the soundboard and the soundboards at concerts, the Carousel Ballroom, and different clubs in around San Francisco, um, and they kept all these tapes, and now they've come up with this Owsley Stanley Foundation where Bear's Sonic Journals, they're calling it, and they're releasing all these CDs because he's got all these tapes from the Allman Brothers and Janis Joplin and Commander Cody and Hot Tuna, and there's a whole bunch of them, and they're all really good. The sound quality is fantastic. But I got this one because I'm a huge fan of Doc and Merle Watson. I don't know, Doc was one of the great flat pickers of all time. Um, his son Merle was also a great picker and played a lot of slide, kind of acoustic bluesy stuff, and they did a lot of flat picking and finger picking, and just amazing, amazing. I saw them twice um, live, and one time I saw them in Calgary, Alberta, back in the early 80s at the university. It's a place called the Jubilee Auditorium. I'm sitting in like the first or second row. Doc and Merle come out, and Doc says, if anybody wants to come up on stage and sit in front of us here while we play, help, just feel free to come up. So I'm looking around, and a couple of people start to walk up, and I go, hey man, I'm not going to miss this. I sat right at the man's feet and watched him play for 2 hours. One of the great highlights, musical highlights of my life. But anyway, to get on with this, Brian's a Doc Watson fan at Brain Twang, so watch Brian's channel, it's great. He saw me just do a little thing on this and said, please, can you show this in more in depth? So here's the box. Bear Sonic Journals, Doc and Merle Watson. It's called Never the Same Way Once, twice, or live at the boarding house, May 1974 in San Francisco. There are a ton of discs here. It's 4 nights, from May 1st, 1974 to May 4th, 1974. There's a book that comes with it. Let's see, this is more just a lot of written stuff here, so I'm trying to find if there's any pictures. There's Doc's guitar with his strap. I'm sure that's a Martin, or maybe not. Just seeing if there's any pictures of Doc and Merle in here. Yeah, there's Doc. And there's Merle. Now the sad thing is Merle had a farm, and he died in a tractor accident. The tractor flipped over and on top of him, and he died at a young age. Really sad. Super, super musician. And then Doc, if anybody's heard of Merle Fest, I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere in Tennessee. They have a festival in Merle's honor every year, and it's pretty well attended. Pretty exciting. So here's the discs. Doc and Merle Watson. This is disc 1 and 2, May 1st, second. Fantastic performances. Fantastic. Sound is killer. Here's disc 2. Oh, this is disc 1 and 2. Duh, I don't know what I just showed you. Disc 3 and 4. I don't have my glasses on. This is disc 1 and 2, May 4th, 1974. Introductions, and then he does songs like Way Downtown, which is a popular song. Poor Boy Blues. Oh man, I should have worn my glasses. Last Thing on My Mind, a great Tom Paxton song. Going Down the Road Feeling Bad, Summertime, Jailhouse Rock, Hound Dog. So they rock it up too. Wabash Cannonball, some old traditional type stuff. Lovesick Blues, Black Mountain Rag, which is one of the great flat picking tunes of all time. Chic of Araby, how's that? Step It Up and Go, and Mama Don't Allow No Music. Mama Don't Allow No Guitar Picking Around. You know, that's all. Here's the other disc. This is May 1st, 74. Chapter 1. That's actually the first disc. This is Salty Dog Blues on it. Salty Dog, I love that song. I play that on the banjo. Wabash Cannonball's on here. Solid Gone, it's a great song. David Bromberg does her. Tennessee Stud, which is Doc's famous for. Yeah, that's cool. And then this is chapter 3. Again. So if you like flat picking guitar, traditional music, roots music, this set is amazing. Brian, you will love it. Pick it up. I know you're waiting for it cheap, but don't worry about it, man. It's worth every freaking penny. Just grab it while you still can. And there's a whole series. Go to Bear Sonic Journals. Just Google that and see all the different stuff that's out. Awesome. Thank you. What else is going on? TV. You know, I've been watching this thing on HBO. I love newspapers. I studied journalism at college for 3 years back in the 70s and never pursued a career in journalism, but I did take 3 years of journalism at school, and always been fascinated by newspapers and the newspaper world. There's a documentary on HBO on the New York Times. It's kind of the 4 years of them covering, behind the scenes, them covering the Trump White House. And it's really, really fascinating. I love it. It's really behind the scenes with, just the reporters and the editorial meetings and all that. I just find that fascinating. Yeah, so I'm just watched the first episode, so I'm going to watch the rest of that. But that's pretty cool. Listen of the week. I've got it out here because I want to talk about. Hold on one sec. This will all tie in. Listen, I had this on CD. I Am the Blues, Willie Dixon. The vinyl is freaking awesome. I picked this up fairly cheaply, and I can't get it off the turntable. I absolutely love it. Willie Dixon, I Am the Blues. What a great freaking album. Anyway, my friend Chris Blues Vinyl Guy, did a live feed. This is going to lead into a Get Off My Lawn. He did a live feed last night. I joined it a bit late, but he was celebrating 100 years of the blues, Black History Month. So he had great intentions. He was playing music from every decade. I didn't catch it until we got into the 50s. I feel bad that I missed it, but I thought I'd be able to catch up later. And then we're in the middle of this, and he's playing Sun House. And it's just sounds so good. And bang, gone. Screen says he's been shut down for some reason, broke some rules or something. So he's gone right off the air. So here's my Get Off My Lawn. He got shut down for playing a freaking Sun House song. Sun House. The guy was recording in the 30s. He was getting paraded around folk festivals in the 60s and probably making 50 frickin' dollars. The poor guy, like somebody who's looking after his catalog and his publishing and everything, won't let Chris blues vinyl guy play a fricking Sunhouse song? What the frig is wrong with you people? It's so fricking narrow-minded bullshit. I'm so pissed about this. Like, Sunhouse doesn't he deserve all the hell? How many people are? I don't even know what to say. I'm watching this video, and Trish plays the Sunhouse song. He shows the album that he's going, and it sounds really good. You know what I do? I make a note of it, and as soon as I'm off Chris's channel, I'm off to Amazon. I'm off to all my local record guys to see if they have it in stock. I want to buy it. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for Chris showing it. So, you idiot who is in control of this copyright, who thinks he's doing some big shot frickin' move, it's stopping Chris from playing a record when that's the only way Sunhouse is getting any frickin' publicity to sell any records. The people who are watching these videos are passionate music lovers. We're all going to buy these albums. We're going to find something interesting in buying it. What is fricking wrong with you? You're tripping over dollar bills to pick up nickels, you stupid bastards. So anyway, stop with the frickin' YouTube police bullshit and this copyright nonsense. I understand if it's the Beatles or any other band that has attained a status where they don't need any support. Like I did a video a few months ago, Victor Wooten, the bass player. I'd love to know how many people who are watching this video could pick Victor Wooten out of a lineup. I am one of his passionate fans, have been for years, a great bass player. And I'm playing something by Victor Wooten, and I get shut down. Victor Wooten. Come on, you guys wouldn't know him if you tripped over. He walked up to your front door. Like, I'm turning people on to you. Why the hell is this? Anyway, get off my lawn. Okay. That feels better. And Chris, I hope part 2 of your 100-year thing goes better. And, please, Chris, blues vinyl guy, watch him. And support Black History Month. Please. I think that's it for me this week. That's enough. I kind of ranted. Oh, my frickin' wrist. I had to go to the hospital today to see this specialist. For some reason, they can't figure out if I broke my wrist or not. I'm starting to lean to the fact that I didn't, but there's a couple of real tender spots when I move my hand a certain way or he presses on a certain thing, and he said, just in case we missed something, he splinted me up, so he says I'm allowed to take this off and put it back on. It's just a solid splint going up here to keep everything thing. So after this video is over, I'm probably going to rip the thing off. It's driving me nuts already. But thanks everybody who's been concerned about me. I appreciate that. A lot of great friends in the vinyl community. I love you all. Peace out. It's 18 minutes. I'm trying to keep these under 20. So take care, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.